This is an HR program on demand, a living seed capsule of work life and workplace coming live from a rooftop in Stockholm, Sweden. It's me, Anne Marie, and
me, Katarina Berg.
A vodcast, if you like, on HR, straight across the counter. Sponsored by HR The Real Deal, HR by HR for HR. People missed you.
Uh-huh.
I had quite a few people. Oh, here comes books. I was just saying, Katarina.
It's very, very hot.
Yeah, but I was just saying.
Too hot to handle. Or what? What were you saying?
I was just saying that quite a few people have reached out and said, "Where is Katarina?
Yeah, she's busy.
We like the two of you.
Okay.
We miss her."
Oh, that's
and
good.
I'm like, "But how about me?" Yeah?
But you have to go away to be missed. It's not like they're not missing you, but you've been here.
Okay, so I will go away next episode then.
Maybe. Maybe not. I don't think so. You're kind of the host.
Kind of. My dear.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Oh, sorry.
Welcome back. As
Yeah.
I said, we missed you. Back to school season.
It
A lot
is.
of us are back from the summer vacation. Some are still on, but I mean, we're there now. Has it been a smooth start so far? Launch of the season.
No. It was right back into everything. But I think that's the way I like it, and I think most people like it too. So rolling off the summer vacation, we had way out west, which is always nice with music and festival and all the things that was around that.
And for the non-Swedish audience, Way Out West is a big festival in Gothenburg.
In
Sweden.
Gothenburg, and
Yeah.
that has to do with that I have a kind of a new remit on top of HR and the Global Workplaces Services. I'm now also heading up Sweden as the GM of Sweden. So that was really nice.
Congrats.
Thank you very much.
Finally. Well deserved.
What do you mean with finally?
Finally. What took him so long?
We had a great MD here for the Nordics. For
You
the
did, of
longest
course.
time. Yes.
I'm sorry. Of
Yes.
course you did.
So,
Great succession planning. Yes.
So yeah, he works in mysterious ways. That Daniel Ek.
He is Daniel Ek.
Yes.
Yes.
So we did that, and then last week we had intro days, so we were welcoming a bit more than 200 new bandmates, and in lovely Stockholm, as always that week. Lovely weather and very intense, having all the kind of relevant speakers, onboarding a lot of people, and it's not hypergrowth anymore. It's not those crazy years where we had like more than 1,000 people coming on board on intro days several times a year.
Totally bizarre.
It was totally bizarre. And
frankly.
kudos to the team or the teams that made that happen, no matter if it was from the greenhouse or the Community X or the Amplify team. It's a lot of logistics, it's a lot of planning, and they had different shapes and form depending on how big they are, because all the workshops and all the keynotes and the Q&As and so on and so forth need to work for the right size of people getting the induction. So that was part of and then usually when we have that, we then also have a lot of startup meetings, like board meetings and committees and audio committees and all that. So
All these committees, which is important, right? So this week a bit slower, and And here you are.
Here we are.
And here you are.
And then the other thing during summer, so that we wrote a book. We did it actually. We wrote a book called Bold in American English, and then we translated it into Swedish. That did not translate well, so we had to rewrite the book. And things are happening all the time, and I think that is what happens in most companies. I think the pace might sometimes be a bit faster here. So then we had to rewrite it and kind of up the game of especially the examples in the book. And this summer during vacation, we wrote it or translated it back to English, and this time not American English, this time also to make it a bit more difficult. But we are a Swedish company. Obviously, Sweden sits in Europe, so we wrote it in British English. And
So double M, S.
yeah, and
yes.
the use.
And the use,
and,
exactly.
Yeah, and a lot of other things, right? So been doing that during summer. Really looking forward to the English addition to the book, coming out later this fall, and we're going to launch it in obviously in UK and in US, but we're also going to kick it off, and I think we have the launch of the book or the book release I don't think I know, on Google Summit. So we're going to do it there together with them. And then
when is that?
We're going to kick off the translation into Polish too.
Oh!
Yeah. So it's going to be, so this is the Swedish version, this is the English version, and this is the Polish version. My Polish is also
and
really,
why Polish?
Really good. Well, for me to know and for you to find out.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Period. So when is the launch of the English edition?
We haven't decided. It's going to be later. Right now, the working date is October.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think very good, because obviously when the book was published in Swedish, everyone was asking, so how about
where
English?
Can I buy it? Where
exactly.
Can I buy it? Is
exactly.
it in English? So we listened to that, but I'm going to tell you a fun fact about it. I think.
Share, please.
About the English version. It was so hard because it's a translation, right? So it's the same edition. So you get the same thing. But when we were working on it, obviously you want to do what we call the box outs. So there's a chapter, and then we give an example one of the examples within that chapter, how we do things at Spotify. And there's so many new things and new ways of working. So you wanted to kind of update and change. So it needed so much discipline to not take an old example, even if we might do it that way, and then put it in with new. So I had to have this mantra in my head going, translation, and not kind of refresh or update.
Okay, but so what are you saying then? Will there be like a sequel?
You never know if there's going to be another book, but then my guess, cliffhanger, it's going to be more about HR and AI. And I think it's also going to be much more on internal mobility and the things that I think we, as a mature company, is doubling down on. AI, because, hey, it's part of our roots too, and the way that the core business is working. And we have a lot of examples. So it's not about when AI is coming. It's also a lot of things that we've been talking on this rooftop about, how we do, with Disco, the people analytics, with Echo, with the internal talent marketplace, what we do with Bounce, which is one-stop shop for all employees, that we are launching or soft launching right now. So many things, and also what we've been doing on the bot side and so on and so forth. So it could be
a sequel.
Yeah, it could. Who knows?
Looking forward to it.
It's not like I need to keep myself preoccupied with things.
You need to keep yourself busy because you're not that busy.
Yeah.
How many roles do you have now?
Only 3 right now.
Only 3.
Yeah. So it's
amazing.
GM for Sweden. It's head of global workplace services and HR.
Okay, wonderful. Katarina, you only have 3 jobs.
Yes.
Love it.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Shall we close it?
Yes. Why don't we?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
The 3 things.
Yeah, 3 things. As always, stay safe, stay strong, and stay active.
Idmodalje. Back to school.
Rör inte. Tack. Hur mycket syns vi?
Alltså,